Victor Hugo once said that music expresses that which cannot be said, and on which it is impossible to be silent. Music is beautiful. It's around us all of the time. By definition, music is organized sound, and if that's the case, then everything we hear is music. But melodious music can come in many different forms. It can come from an organ, an oboe, a guitar, the human voice, and many other instruments. I, however, am partial to the piano. I love playing the piano. It's my favorite form of music making. But I haven't always known how to play the piano. I had to learn, and to learn I needed a teacher. And thankfully, my teacher studied piano pedagogy, which is the subject I would like to discuss with you today. I started taking piano lessons when I was 7, but it wasn't until I was in my junior year of high school that I ever heard of piano pedagogy. My new teacher in high school had her doctoral degree in piano pedagogy, so she began informing me on the subject, and when I learned what it was, I decided that's what I want to do. I want to study piano pedagogy. I am now in my 3rd year of my undergraduate degree in piano pedagogy, and I love every second of it. So what is piano pedagogy? What purpose does it serve? And how does it fit into the grand scheme of life? These are all questions that I want to discuss with you today. First of all, what is piano pedagogy? Pedagogy is the study of teaching. So piano pedagogy is the study of teaching piano. It doesn't take rocket science to figure that one out. Many people have never heard of piano pedagogy, but that's because most teachers have never studied it. Piano pedagogy offers teachers a more diverse teaching bank to pull from when they're teaching. It supplies them with more tricks to use when teaching so that they can teach different subjects in different ways. A good student of piano pedagogy will make a great piano teacher, and this teacher will be able to inspire and empower their students to do things they didn't know they could. So now that we know what the definition of piano pedagogy is, let's talk about the purpose. The main purpose of studying piano pedagogy is to become a better teacher. Since many teachers have never studied piano pedagogy, most of them have a very limited knowledge of piano teaching. Their knowledge of teaching comes from their own personal study instead of having studied the art of teaching. Studying piano pedagogy will provide the teacher with a more effective and rounded teaching style. It will also teach them how to adapt to the needs of different students. Not all students learn the same way. One student may learn better just sitting at the piano and sitting there through the whole lesson, whereas another student may learn more kinesthetically. So they may need to be up and away from the piano and moving with the beat, or the teacher claps and they stomp around the room, or shake maracas, or just any kind of physical learning style may be better for some students than just sitting at the piano. So the teacher needs to be able to recognize these different learning styles and adapt to them accordingly. Another reason for studying piano pedagogy is that you learn how to be more effective when teaching in group settings. You should be able to adapt to different learning styles individually, but you should be able to adapt to multiple learning styles at one time in a group setting. The teacher needs to be able to explain one concept in a way that will be understandable to all of the students in the group. So this would require the teacher to know her students really well and to be able to adapt to their teaching styles. So piano pedagogy is a tool that empowers teachers to be the best that they can be for their students. So we know what piano pedagogy is, and we know what purpose it serves. So now we need to figure out where it fits into the grand scheme of life. For musicians, piano skills are necessary, especially for vocalists. Vocalists need to be able to not only read music, but they also need to be able to pick out their own melodies so that they can study their music independently, away from a teacher. Many musicians become teachers. Professional vocalists, especially in the classical genre, go on to become teachers in addition to their performance. They need to be able to play the piano so that they can facilitate vocal exercises and pick out melody lines for their students when learning new pieces. For those who are not musicians, the same ideals of piano pedagogy can be applied in many areas of life. Learning how to adapt to different personality styles can be very useful in the workplace. Learning how to work efficiently with those personalities is also another ideal that is instilled in piano pedagogy. So it can be applied to many, many different areas of life other than music. So now that we have seen that what piano pedagogy is, what purpose it serves, and where it fits into the grand scheme of society, we can say that piano pedagogy, or at least the principles that it instills, can be applied to all areas of life. We are all students, and we are all teachers at some point in our lives. So let us become the best students and teachers we can be for the world around us.